viewers right now.
Thank you very much for joining us. So ayan po, since nandito po kayo ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, what were your experiences what were the terrible experiences that you had even before freelancing and during freelancing? Para po sa inyo mga newbies, magkwento rin kayo kung ano yung mga yung hindi nyo inakala. 'Di ba lalo na pag first time nating pumasok sa work natin, like for example sa corporate, para ang saya-saya natin, very blooming na blooming, pero after all of that, wala rin, parang gusto na nating umalis. So what caused you to do that? Let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before you guys give us your share of your story, let me introduce our panel for today. And dami natin ngayon. Let us start with Miss Glenda. Hello, welcome back, Miss Glenda. Say a little something about yourself.
Hello, my name is Glenda. Nag-start po akong mag-freelance bago lang din po, newbie lang din, 2019. Tapos, nag-join ako as Slack moderator under Miss Honey, Coach Honey. And then, before, may full-time job ako. Kaka-resign ko lang last July 2020. Ngayon, full-time freelance na rin ako sa wakas.
Nice. I love that. I love that you said sa wakas. Because I was really about to mention, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not know Miss Glenda here, OFW po siya at I think sa kanya mismo nanggaling yung toxic yung mga toxic yung mga yung mga Singaporeans. I don't know if it was her, but there were a couple of there were a couple of people I've interviewed na nasa Singapore. Yun nga, toxic po sila. Mahirap talaga kapag may amo. Hindi, pag may amo ka talagang pag minsan, amo talaga, ini-emphasize nila ang pagiging amo nila at pagiging tauhan mo. And that is something that we try to get rid of during in our freelancing career. That is something that we teach you. Kasi in our experiences, pag minsan, kung ano ang pinapakita mo sa client mo, ganun din ang pagtrato nila sa'yo. So there are a lot of things that we need to change in our mindset as Filipinos, as freelancers. Congratulations, Miss Glenda, and welcome back to Flip Chat and Chill. Next in our panel is Miss Mai. Welcome back, Miss Mai. Kindly introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, you may call me Mai, and shout out sa mga ka-GC ko. And surprisingly, I'm back. And I'm still in my regular job, but I do have two jobs, freelancing jobs as well. Kasi may threshold ako na specific amount to have before resigning. Pero for now, since na-promote ulit, so I have to stay sa company muna kasi may bond. So there. So hopefully I'll get there as Miss Glenda.
Congrats, very nice. Yes. Thank you very much for being with us, Miss Mai. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, marami ring experiences din si Miss Mai when it comes to our working na up and down ang seasons ng mood ng mga ng mga ka-workmates natin, mga bosses natin, and even our clients as well. So thank you very much for being with us, Miss Mai. And also we got Miss Jing here, the writing Jing. Hello. Kindly introduce yourself a bit.
Yes, I need to introduce myself kasi may nangyari sa group. Ano ba yun? Anyway, I need to introduce myself. My name is Jing Dalagan. I have my own website, writingjing.xyz. I have my own podcast, the Writing Jingcast. The season 2 concluded last September, and at the moment, I'm doing stuff on my own YouTube channel, celebrating 1,400 subscribers and counting. Woohoo! Yes, thank you, Miss Annie. And I left a live stream on YouTube I told the host, may interview ako. May interview ako, balikan kita after this. Ayun. So, ayun, kumbaga parang yung nakahanap na din ng mga collaborators. I prefer to use the term collaborators here. And of course, even if already have my YouTube channel, I still contribute occasionally to the website, the VA Bootcamp blog. And also, I have day job. Full disclosure, I am a government employee by day and a writer at night. And then for the most part, medyo affected yung aking uh, schedule kasi nagre-review for the bar exams. Hopefully, by the next bar exams, I finally pass the bar. Thank you.
Oh yes, oh yes, fine. I really wish you luck with that, Miss Jing. Yeah, and to those of you, ladies and gentlemen, who do not know Miss Jing, matagal na rin si Miss Jing sa freelancing world. She has been around for some time, and she is an excellent writer. She has undergone some tutelage under our Mami Dires. See youthful granny. So yes, she
Mami?
has been working as a freelancing for quite some time, and also she is an aspiring judge. Kamo na. She is an aspiring. Itaas na natin. Let's just raise the bar, right? She is
Yes,
an
yes.
aspiring judge,
O yung iba
and let's hope
pinibiro
na.
ako ombudsman, sabi ko, isa-isa lang. Oo.
Let's hope na na maipasa mo ang bar mo, so para naman dumami ang mga katulad mo as a freelancer and a lawyer at the same time.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us today, Miss Jing. And also we got one of our powerful freelancer coach na laging naglilinger around dyan, and a lot of people are looking up to her. And thank you very much for being with us, Miss Honey. Say hi to everybody, please.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. So salamat sa Baby Camp for inviting me once again here. Greetings sa lahat ng mga tao. I saw some people from San Mateo, so I hope people from the lower Rizal and yung mga nabaha. Yeah, so we just say hello to you, and of course we're praying for everyone that got affected sa recent storm, typhoon, sorry. Ayun. Ayun lang.
Yeah, thank you very much for being with us. I guess when with regards to Miss Honey, because she doesn't need such a long introduction, because we all know her, we all love her, and she's still out there. Yeah, so thank you very much for being with us, Miss Honey. And also we got Miss Mahar here, my current co-host. At malapit-lapit na pong magsosolo siya dito sa flip chat engine. Kaya sige.
Akala ko malapit-lapit na lang matapos kasi
Yes, to
magdi-December
address
na
Ivan,
babalik
oo,
na si Miss
ako
Ana.
nag-miss ako ngayon kasi my theme for today is dewy look. Kaya ganitong itsura ko, parang mahamog. It's very, very humid. But anyway, let's go.
May feel pala, ba't walang nagsabi sa amin na may tema pala?
Dapat nagpahamog din tayo.
Ay, sabi.
I did not
Well,
get the notice.
Ay, wala. Kasalanan ni Mahar. Let's blame Mahar. Let's blame Mahar.
Sige.
Mahar, frozen ka.
Aakuin
Anong
ko na
nangyari sa'yo?
Frozen ako?
Okay.
Okay na,
watching,
okay na?
I've been looking at the comment section. Ikwento nyo naman, ladies and gentlemen, kung anong experience nyo when it comes to toxic clients and toxic boss. Mahar, you are delayed. Mahar?
Sige.
May
Mag-leave ako ng
nangyayari sa'yo? Anong nangyayari sa'yo? Nadidelay
Teka
ka.
lang. Oo.
But
Leave
anyway,
ako
let's
ng
go
ano,
straight
leave
to
ako.
our topic for today, since eto nga, I believe Mahar.
Yes.
Sandali lang. Ayun na, there. Muntik na kitang i-mute.
Okay na? Okay na? Okay
Muntik
na?
na kitang i-mute. Okay ka na? Okay
Okay
ka na?
na?
Oo,
Okay
okay na. Okay, there you go. Oo,
Hindi
okay.
ko alam anong nangyari.
Nag-ano lang, siguro may ano lang, may konting hiccup lang sa internet mo kasi kung delay yan, that is the internet anyway.
Buti
All right.
hindi ako masyadong
So
nataranta
let's
kasi
go straight
mapipindot ko
to
yung end
the
broadcast
topic.
dito.
Let's go to Miss Glenda. Miss Glenda, anong experience mo sa identifying a toxic client?
Actually, ngayon po, nagkaroon ulit ako ng Singaporean na client, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pero nasa meron po kasi silang ugali, Miss Honey. Although, tinatry ko po kasi talaga na i-leave yung emotion talaga. Ihiwalay ko yung emotion. Baka kasi sensitive lang din ako. Pwede rin po kasi ganun lang. Yung pag-sign po ng contract ko sa kanya, medyo mabilisan kasi hindi po talaga, ang work ko po kasi sa kanya sa e-commerce VA, hindi po talaga sa e-commerce yung trabaho ko. Ngayon, nagkataon, while nagkasat po kami ng ilang days, hindi, umalis po bigla yung VA niya. So, bigla niya po akong inalokan, tapos tinanggap ko po kaagad. So, okay naman po yung usap namin. Kaya lang, after ng mga ilang weeks, medyo naging super demanding na siya, tapos lagi po siya nagmamadali, tapos, yun po. Tapos, dalawa po kasi yung business niya, meron pong isang existing BA, tapos ako po yung bago. Hiningan ko po siya ng feedback kung ano po masasabi niya dun sa work ko. Tapos sabi niya po sa akin, ang hindi ko lang po nagustuhan is, kinumpare niya po ako sa isang BA na sabi niya dapat isang BA, isang sabi ko lang, ganito siya, sana maging ganun ka din later on. Parang ang sa akin po kasi, dapat sinabi na lang niya na kung ano yung part na pwede kong i-improve, ano pwede kong gawin. Huwag na lang po niya siguro ko i-compare yung sa isang BA kasi baka po yung BA na yon parang matagal na po siya nag-work sa company or sa business niya. So medyo kabisado na po niya yung trabaho. Ngayon, ang isa ko din po kasing issue, kaya gusto ko po siyang bitawan, hindi dahil sa ugali niya po. Kasi natotolerate ko naman po yung ugali niya kasi hindi naman po siya ganun ka super toxic. Wala, medyo puno na po kasi yung schedule. So, nagbigay po ako sa kanya ng notice, 2 weeks po ata. Kaya lang po, yung VA na na-hire niya, hindi niya po ulit nagustuhan. So, ang kakausapin ko po siya ulit na, sige, pwede po ako mag-extend, pero kailangan po is, after nung extension na yun, tapos na po yung contract namin. So, para sa akin po siguro parang lagi po nilang sinasabi, don't burn bridges daw po. Kasi baka later on, pag wala ka ng work, siya mismo yung lalapit sa'yo. Basta kausapin lang daw po ng maayos para kung sakaling hindi natin alam in the future, baka pwede mo sila ulit maging client. So hanggang ngayon hanggang ngayon po, kausap ko pa rin siya. Okay naman po kami. So hindi po ako nagsasabi na parang, akala ko ba may usapan na tayo, blah, blah, blah. Hindi ko po ginagawa. Sinasabi ko na lang sa kanya na, okay, I will extend. Pero after na extension, sana po tapos na.
Wow. And you're trying to lay it down very, very gently. That is very good of you. Sana lahat ng freelancers ganyan ng ugali. Mapagpasensya si Miss Glenda eh. And pag ako siguro ang kausap para what the hell? Ba't nandito ka pa? Just like Ivan's comment here, sabi niya, yung client na nagsabi sa akin na what are you looking for nung nag-call interview ako sa akin before ako nag-VA bootcamp. Ang hirap niyang kausap as in. Kahit patawanin mo, pa-hard to get siya. So sad. Malalaman mo talaga sa una pa lang kung magkakasundo kayo o hindi. Ivan, you haven't tried a mock call with me yet dahil ganyan ang ganyan talaga. That is something that you really have to deal with in many cases. Pero naman ang napansin ko pag HR sila. Pero pag direct boss, pag direct na client, yung client mismo ang kakausapin mo, it is a little easier to talk to them. Pag HR kasi it's like their job. Parang nakalagay na sa utak nila na they have to be a bit strict. Kailangan hindi sila mapatawa and whatnot. may template silang sinusunod kasi. Helen Santos Riano mentioned maximum tolerance. That's a talent, Miss Glenda. Oh, yeah, that is true. Let me ask Miss Mai, pagdating sa tolerance, how far should a person go
Yeah.
para i-tolerate whatever the clients or the bosses are doing, gaano ba kahaba dapat ang pasensya natin?
That's a very good question. Dapat pang Miss Universe question yan. At andang sagot ay dapat din pang Miss Universe din. Kasi everyone needs not just tolerance pero patience. Pero me, coming from a customer service representative's point of view, we need that every call. We need that every day, every minute, every second. We do need that. Pero syempre, pag sabi mo nga hanggang saan, gaano kahaba yung PC mo, as much as you can, extend yung PC. Pero of course, there are things na hindi mo din dapat palampasin. For example, again, I would stick to customer service kasi that's customer service sa freelance kasi nagko-calls ako while I'm having freelance din. Pag minumura ka na, it would take yung personal attack na, not your you're being attacked personally, not your job. The client is questioning not your job but you personally. That's it. You have, tama si Miss Glenda, you have to lay down the cards na you hired me in the first place because you know my skills. That means fit yung skill ko sa kailangan mo. You need out my service, you need my skills. So sana hanggang dun lang. Katulad niyo, before ako pumasok dito, technically, supposedly this is my rest day. So kaya ako tinanggap tong FCC kasi day off ko to. Pero one of my clients nagde-demand na are you done with some one of the tasks na hinihingi niya. Totoo, deadline to siya. At the same time, kaya tahimik ako kanina kasi doing the job at the same time, ganito multitasking, which we freelancers are really good at. Nagta-time block ka na pero nangihingi pa rin siya. Pero still, as much as possible, give in kasi we need a job. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. So as much as possible, you have to extend your PC because this is your source of livelihood now. You chose to be a freelancer. You chose to be here and you have to do what it takes for you to keep the job. Pero that doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. And verbal abuse is a no-no for me. I'm not sure about other freelancer, pero verbal abuse, personal attack against my integrity, that's a no-no for me. So siguro yun po yung boundary ko, yung tolerance ko.
I like that. And I like that. At least meron kang sinet na limits, because a lot of us Filipinos just keep trying to tolerate. Hindi natin basta parang as long as kaya, pwede pa naman, kaya pa naman. Kasi nakagis na natin yung ganyan na ugali. Yung magtiis ka na magtiis hanggat sa kaya mo dahil alam mo naman bukas it's gonna get better. But when in terms of freelancing, yung sinabi nga ni Miss May na verbal abuse, the problem with that is if you let the person verbally abuse you from the very beginning, that'll go on and on and on, continuous yan, because you made them feel that they can do it to you. So do not allow these people, because they are still people, kahit na client sila, they are still people. Do not allow these people to berate you and verbally abuse you dahil self-respect naman na ang pinag-uusapan dyan. That is a very good point, Miss Mai. Miss Jing.
Thank you.
Yes.
When it comes to legal terms naman, is there such thing as a something that you can hold on to in the court of law para masabi mong, no, this is too much?
Kasi
Meron bang basehan dyan?
Yung siyempre 'no, una patunayan niyo muna employer-employee relationship, kaya lang hindi masyadong applicable dito sa atin kasi freelancing,
Mm.
kontratista tayo. Pero yung sa ganito na ano, yung sa contract na kaya kailangan ano, may contract. Andito yung terms, nagbigay ka ng job description, nagbigay ka ng ano, ng ultimo mission and vision minsan nakasulat na eh. Tapos ano, yung tipong what happened to your integrity? What happened to our contract? Why are you doing this to me? This is more about you exerting power over me rather than getting the job done. Alam mo yun? Yung tipong, ano, I respect myself as a person. I don't know if you respect yourself as a person. Siguro ang nasabi ko dati yun sa, ano, sa client, no? Pero ano, you cannot always hold that card above my head. You cannot always say, I pay you good money, so you have to tolerate me. Like what the frick are
Mm-hmm.
you talking about? Like, do you really think I'm that hard up? Like, do you really think that I needed that money that badly? Are you the only client online? You sure you want to do that? No, it's the kind of client that you end up walking away from because you're so sick and tired of the BS that, yeah, whatever. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Bye, Felicia. I had to walk away from you, and I need to regain my self respect. And because you know what, there are times that we get the client that we deserve, but we also need to respect ourselves because yung pag may client na talagang ano, pinapamukha niya sa'yo na ika'y patay gutom, ikaw naman, tinanggap mo sa sarili mo na ikaw ay patay gutom, ba't talagang magkakaroon ka ng mindset ng patay gutom dyan? O di, ano, yung tipong, ang mangyayari kasi dapat yung you get the client that you think you can work with well na magiging magiging ano, madali sa inyo magtrabaho kasi magkasundo kayo, you have the same mindset, and you know how to follow the job description to the letter. Yun yun. Which is why you're referring to the client despite $25 an hour. Because hindi ko binibenta ka ako. Hindi ako ano, hindi mo kinuha VA mo para ano, hindi mo kinuha ano, virtual assistant mo para ano, maging outlet mo ng samanan mo. Hindi ako ano, hindi ako siya ang sobra mo. Ganap pa ng ano, ganap pa ng kayo ng mga ano, ng mga actors sa galing mo.
I love that. The biggest message that I picked from that is yung to avoid having more complications. Ang hiling karamihan ng mga clients, ladies and gentlemen, is yung ipagmalasakit mo yung project niya. If that is the case, you have to work with your client, not for your client. Yun ang ilagay
Exactly.
isiksik mo sa mindset ninyo. Sabihin mo nang hindi mo kaya na maging patas kayo dahil ugali nga natin na Pilipino ang pagiging humble. Siyempre, we are gaining money from them, parang we are still working for them. Yun ang iniisip natin. Sabihin mo nang hindi kayo magka-level, hindi kayo mag-partners because that is what we try to teach you. We try to tell you that you're going to treat your client as a business partner in that particular project. If you cannot do that, at least keep it in yourselves that you are working with your client. Every time, para sa akin na, in my opinion, whenever you write your cover letter and if you happen to say, I want to work for you, you want to change for to with. Dahil doon pa lang sa pinakasimula pa lang, you are enabling your potential client to feel that he or she is over you. Right? Yun nga yung ina-emphasize ni Miss Jing na there is a certain respect that you have to uphold for each other. And yes, you can say, Mom and Sir, you're always working for the client, but you have to know that you are a big contributor to his or her business. And therefore, you hold such power, and therefore, you deserve to have such respect. Kaya usually the problem arises if you let them. Pag minsan may mga clients na mainit ang ulo nila, hindi natin maiwasan yung ganun, ano? Mainit yung ulo nila and then may naibuntun sila and nakita mong parang red flag, this is potentially going to cause a problem in the future. kailangang sagutin mo na agad na, uy, wag naman ganyan. Wag naman ganyan. But pwede kang magalit. I understand that you are upset, pero wag ganyan. Don't talk to me like that. Yan ang, you have to be prepared to say that. Now, when it comes to being upfront and when it comes to being frank to your clients, let's go to Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Alam mo, natawa si Miss Honey. Miss Honey, could you give us an example of how you can stop your client if they are starting to be obnoxious to you?
um, I have a tendency kasi to be obnoxious then. I believe in being one good thing deserves another. Or parang karma is digital. Don't me. Parang ganun ako. um, and I think I would, disagree with the ladies here. I don't tolerate, mainly because I walked into a contract with a client to do my job and to deliver something. And if I don't deliver, that's on me. Now, if they're displeased, they take it to me and we have a good talk. We don't have to bring in anything like, personal attacks or anything like that. Should there come a time na, naging obnoxious na si client, I will say I was under the impression, katulad ng ni Glenda, for example, yung situation ni Glenda na sabi ng client, extend siya, or was it something like that, right? Yeah, mag-extend siya.
Extend.
So, like that scenario, hindi lang ako mag-oo. I will not say yes. I will say I was under the impression that I will only be working as a VA for only 1 month and then I'll move on to another task. Magiging ganun ako.
Nice.
Oo. Um, so then, this also gives me the right kapag sasabihin na, no, I need you somewhere. This gives me an opportunity to negotiate something better for me in return for doing something for that client in return. It's a give and take relationship. It's not only puro take lang the client. You also need to have something in return. And yes, everyone is saying that have respect. But it's not only yung time kung kailan na sila magmumura ka na. That's not the only time that you should only have respect. You should start seeing the triggers pa lang na kahit hindi sila nagmumura sa'yo. And I mentioned this to Phoenix last time na we had the FCC. I'm a very big observant of how people use words and what they use. So if I notice that clients are using words aimlessly, nag-ano na ako. I'm very analytical and then I start to break it down and then I put, parang si Jing lang na nagiging lawyer. I present my case. Ayan. Because hindi pwede na puro oo lang tayo or we don't know their nuances. They have the way they talk and the way they have their idiomatic expressions. Hindi mo alam na inaano ka na pala eh.
Oh, yes.
Nilalait ka na. So it's not only just the verbal abuse, literal na minumura ka. It is also what lies underneath the words that they're saying. It may not sound like a swear or something. It can be an emotional attack then, a mental attack. So you have to be very careful kapag meron kayo mga clients na ganyan. Kasi sabihin nila, can you work in the weekends? When you clearly said na no weekend work for me. Okay? Then you start saying, I'm sorry, but remember we talked, I mentioned this before that I will not be working on the weekends. You're drawing your boundaries there. Kasi once na pagbigyan mo sila na magtatrabaho ka during the weekends, just one time na, you will continue to push for that the following times around. Because they will think, kaya ko to. I can push this person. And yes, we Filipinos are very timid, kumbaga, when it comes to clients. Um, yun lang. Please.
Uh,
Laban.
Don't me, Miss Honey.
yeah,
Don't
that's what I
we?
love about Miss Honey, and I remember that she did mention previously before, yung ladies and gentlemen, tayo mga Pilipino, especially nowadays, yung the way we handle words is too loose. Yung porket naintindihan ng kapwa Pilipino, okay na yon. Kahit na mali yung ginamit natin na word, sometimes that is inexcusable. Eh, as much as possible, pagdating sa ano, sa relationship, sa freelancing, especially if you're speaking with English speakers, you have to be very precise with your words. Dahil doon mo pwedeng sabihin na, ang sabi ko noon ganito. Because the beauty of the English language is it is very precise. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, ay akala ko kasi 'yon ang sinabi. No. What you said is what you said. Do not let your client guess what you mean. Kailangang ilabas mo talaga kung ano yung loob mo. And dear viewers, mag-research po kayo ng bokabularyo nyo. If you want to talk more about yung mga ini-stipulate nyo, what you stipulate, like, I want to work only between 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. That is my only available time. Pag sinabi mong ganon, you really have to stipulate that, and you have to be very careful with your words. Dahil pag minsan, uh, susubukan nila na ano, na sabihin na, ah, puwedeng sa Friday lang, kahit sa Friday lang mag 7 PM ka. Sasabihin nilang gano'n, and that is already testing your tolerance. So you have to sabihin mo na, "I already mentioned that I am only available for work from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m." So puwede mong sabihin na gano'n. So yun, and you can even use the word stipulate if you want to. Para ano, kasi once you use that word, parang, oh, okay, mayroon siyang talagang uh, final say na yun. Yun ang sasabihin nila. Because they do understand. They do understand those words,
Oh,
right? They are
yes.
English speakers. So you have to be very careful with your words. And the very good thing about that is, pag pinag-aaralan mo kung ano ang sasabihin mo, mahahasa mo rin ang pag-iintindi mo sa sinasabi nila. That is what Miss Honey is saying. Them being English speakers, magaling silang manginsulto at mag-down sa'yo na hindi mo namamalayan. Eh tayo naman mga Pilipino, parang syempre ngiti at tawa na lang tayo, lalo na pag hindi natin naintindihan. Pag alanganin tayo sa ibig nilang sabihin, itatawa na lang natin para maging friendly tayo dahil syempre kailangan nga natin ng clients, di ba? Yes, you can do that. But you have to be aware if the client is actually putting you down. Okay? Kaya kailangan nating pag-aralan itong na exact meaning of the words. Wag po tayong sabihin na, wag po nating sabihin na, ay hindi, naintindihan na niya yan. A big example that I can give you is sa ESL, para malapit nang palitan yung ano, yung supposed to be face to face or one-on-one. One-on-one sana pag magtuturo ka sa ESL. Bale, ikaw as a person, as the teacher, and yung student mo na isa, that is one-on-one. Ang kaso, for some reason, biglang nagagamit naman na yung man-to-man. If you are going to use that, and the Filipino ESL community is accepting that. The problem there is, if you are going to use that to native English speakers, man-to-man is equivalent to pornographic lalaki sa lalaki. Okay?
Yes.
So do not use that. Do not, you have to be
Do not
careful
do
with your
that.
words. Kung po pwede, tayo ang freelancers, kailangan as much as possible mababa ang tolerance natin sa errors ng English language, because we are the ones who are trying to fix our clients' problems. Okay? However, do not be scared. Do not be scared kung medyo mahina-hina tayo sa English, it is okay. Just keep in mind na kailangan nating hasain ang ating English every day. Uh, b- so
Yes.
do not be afraid. Here's a question from Feds, directed to Miss Mai po. My question po for Miss Mai: if clients doing a verbal abuse, can we also rebuttal verbally too? Like pag magagalit, they always about saying about some fucking job and so on. Baka pagising wala ng job, sabi niya. so, so how do you address this, Miss Mai?
Ako personally, and sa belief ko din, honestly, I do inhale, exhale. Kasi of course, you cannot, for me, siguro, righteous ako. Pero sinasabi ko, I will never stoop to your level. Why would I stoop to your level? Pero, I mean, going back to the question, to job. So it's not you. So it's about the job. I mean, if you really think about it, it's the job in itself.
Correct.
And we also have to know where they're coming from. Why in the first place? I do understand that there are a lot of clients na talagang they can be manipulative, quote unquote, if I may say so. They tend to appeal to emotion, di ba, Miss Jing? There's such term in
Yes.
law school. Appeal to emotion that they can attack you emotionally, paawa effect in Tagalog terms. But
Yeah.
they also have to understand sometimes where do they come from? Ano nangyayari? What's going on? What happened? Customer service ang dating ko na, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's where probing questions doon mo ilalatag. So doon na empathize, of course. Empathize. We do know where somehow I really want to understand where you're coming from, so I can fix so for me to help you, not just assist. Really, I don't use the word assist or fix. I'm here to help you out. I'm not your enemy. Ini-emphasize ko yan with yung ganitong tone. Kasi fixing the job, you're not the fixer of the job in the first place. Having the job is a two-man team. Regardless so ikaw lang yung VA niya, the employer and you are a two-man team. So you're a team. So you're not a single person fixing the job. It has to be the both of you. So again, it has to be a team effort. Pangalawa, bakit sila nagagalit? Mostly, they don't understand. That's the reason why nagagalit sila. They don't understand ano nangyayari. They don't understand what's going on. Bakit, for example, bakit matagal yung delivery ng product nila kasi sa e-commerce din ako nagko-host. Bakit matagal? Siyempre, for now, daming factors. Siyempre, gagawa ka ng sarili mong script. Pero, I mean, the fact na valid naman siguro yung issue niya, so you have to tell them what's really going on at wag mag-adlib. Tell them the truth so that they would know what's going on, so that you can have a foothold sa trust nila na okay, hindi to nag-sugarcoat lang. Hindi ako ini-etchos lang neto. So again, before we tell them na ang hirap ng client na to, sobrang unreasonable niya. Again, you're there to help them, not just assist them. You're there, he hired your skill, your expertise, kasi supposedly you're the expert. But yet, these issues keep on popping up. So you have to tell them that you have to probe what's going on. You have to probe them. Kung hindi nila kayang express yung issues nila, kung hindi nila maintindihan kung ano nangyayari. So yung probing na question na hindi close-ended na yes or no ang sagot. For example, ako kini-question ko talaga usually, what questions do you have for me? So that you can get more sa open-ended question. Hindi lang no, yes, no, no. Hindi. As much as possible, you ask them questions like, anong nangyari? So yun.
I love that. And another thing that Miss Mai emphasized dyan sa particular question na yan is, again, be careful with the words. Some
Ay, iniwasan ko. Sorry.
Yeah.
Iniwasan ko talaga kasi hindi ako magre-rebat with same
Yes.
Oo.
Sa ugali kasi natin meron sa ating mga Pilipino, we were raised na walang pagmumura. Kaya zero tolerance tayo sa pagmumura. And the problem with other people, hindi lang naman sa other countries, pati naman dito sa Pinas, marami rin namang lumaki na normal lang sa kanila ang pagmumura. Now, you have to be careful with that. Dahil pag sinabi niyang, this fucking job, hindi kanya minumura. Pag sinabi niyang, fuck you, or you fucking assistant,
That's a
minumura
different
ka
thing.
niya.
Yun.
Right? So you have to be careful with that. Hindi porket gumamit siya ng abrasive na lingwahe, ibig sabihin tinitira ka na niya. Okay? So you have to be very careful with that. If you translate that in Tagalog, ayokong magmura sa Tagalog dahil medyo madiin na yan. Ayokong magmura sa Tagalog. Pero naiintindihan nyo naman kapag nakadirekta sa'yo o nakadirekta sa buong mundo. Pag nakadirekta sa buong mundo, hindi mo na yon kasalanan. Okay? Pag nagmumura siya sa mundo, hayaan mo lang siya magmura.
Right.
There are a couple of tips here in the comments as well. Pero let me ask each and every one of you in the panel. Could you give us one definite red flag na masasabi mong, "Oy, hindi na maganda ito. I should take action." Okay, could you give us that a little later? But beforehand, Mahar, can you give us some reminders?
Okay, reminders time. Wait lang. Okay. Add to stream. Ayan. Kita na yung announcement. Wait pa lang, ha. Okay. Ayan. So, announcement time. Nandyan pa ba kayo? Ang ganda ng usapan natin, no? Okay, so on Wednesday, Phoenix is going to interview another successful Wave Bootcamp student, si Mary Jane Manaog. I'm not sure if napansin nyo, pero for the past 4 weeks yata, halos puro OFW yung nai-interview natin sa ating Just Success show. Starting with Axel Gallardo, si Dento Refil, si Ray Floreno, and just last Wednesday, si JR Gutierrez. So, let's take a break muna sa mga OFW stories and let's hear naman from a happy homeschooling mom and part-time BA, tapos may side hustle pa. Kilala ko to kilala ko to si Mary Jane. Bale, nag-intern din siya sa Flip, sa SMM, and sa content creation sa Bob page naman. So, nakaka-proud finally magpapa-interview na siya. So, isa siya nagsabi na tsaka siya magpapa-interview pag nagpa-interview na ako. So, nagpa-interview na ako kaya ayan, nahatak namin siya na ma-interview. Ayan, thank you so much Mary Jane for accepting the invitation para ma-interview sa Just Success. So, ayan. So, paano niya napapagsabay-sabay lahat ng mga roles na yan? Save the date, November 18, 4:30 p.m. And let's hear from Mary Jane herself. Okay. So, fast forward 2021 series naman. So, sa mga first time na nakapanood ng show na to, yung Flip Chat and Chill, and sa mga new followers pa lang ng VA Bootcamp, last month, we started a webinar series where Jason Dulay, yung founder ng VA Bootcamp, nagtuturo ng mga skills na pwede mong magamit para kumita online, like virtual assistants, SMM, e-commerce, and graphic design, and just last Saturday, yung SEO. Tapos, yung upcoming webinars pa natin on November 21, Basics of Bookkeeping, and November 28, Marketing Your Freelance Skills. And kung hindi mo napanood yung mga past webinars, you can go to waybootcamp.ph/FF2021vid para mag-marathon ka, panoorin mo lahat ng mga past webinars. Okay? And next. Ayan. So, sa mga nakapanood last Saturday ng Search Engine Optimization webinar, tsaka yung manonood pa lang, pwede kayong manalo ng 500 peso voucher. Magagamit nyo pag nag-enroll kayo sa VA Bootcamp course, so last 500 siya. So, ang gagawin niya lang is like and follow yung page, take a selfie na nanood ka ng SEO webinar, and share mo yung photo sa Facebook wall mo. Yan, with these hashtags. Okay? And then, so para manalo nung 500 voucher for VA Bootcamp courses, and ito yung mga nanalo ng 500 peso voucher sa Photoshop Essentials webinar, si Mel Madrio, maliit siya, tsaka si Virginia Gonzalez and Sleeping Beauty Rest. Congratulations to all of you. And on Saturday, basics of bookkeeping. So, ayan, sa mga gustong matuto kung paano yung mga graduate ng accountancy dyan or kahit hindi, pero interested maging bookkeeper. So, yan, dito sa online world natin. So, manood kayo 8 p.m. this Saturday. And next week, kung nagustuhan nyo itong show natin na Flip Chat and Chill, itong topic na to, next week naman, when and how to charge higher for your services. And importante din itong topic na to na para sa inyong freelancing journey. And next is, ayan, inad ko to yung slide na to kasi maraming VA Bootcamp students nag-start din sa free VA course to learn kung paano maging VA. So, pwede ka rin mag-start dito. Just sign up for free course and get your daily lessons straight to your inbox for 5 days. So, that's freevacourse.com. Punta lang kayo dyan. And if nabitin ka sa free course, meron din tayong paid courses online. So, you can check our website at baybootcamp.ph/enroll. Ang maganda sa BA Bootcamp course is lifetime na siya. So, you don't have to pay annually just to get the updates. Like this month, may inad tayo na course, lead generation sa complete package. And if may gusto ka balikan sa courses, madali mo siyang ma-access. And just let's take a look sa mga packages. So, right now, we have 3 packages to choose from. We have the skills package where you learn yung mga skills kung paano maging VA. And then, once you finish yung skills package, pwede kang mag-apply sa mga internship inside the VA Bootcamp. And then, meron tayong accelerated package, yung bestseller natin. So, lahat ng skills na nasa skills package nandun na, plus bonus courses like bookkeeping, e-commerce, English for freelancers, ayan. And aside pa doon, we're going to teach you how to market yourself as a freelancer sa mga freelancing platforms. And once you finish the course, you can join sa internships, sa Guided Hustle Challenge, where there will be mentors or coaches to help and guide you get your first online job. And lastly, we have the complete package. Lahat ng nasa accelerated course plus bonuses, itong freelance writing, FB ads, SEO, web design, email marketing mechanics, chatbot marketing, and many more. And meron din tayo mga individual courses. So, kung gusto mo e-commerce lang, pwede na. Kung gusto mong SEO lang, pwede na. Kung gusto mong WordPress lang, pwede na. And next level freelancing courses naman, sa mga gusto naman tahakin yung road to 100K or gustong matutunan or malaman yung mga strategies kung paano mag-earn ng 6 digits in a month, pwede kayo mag-enroll dito sa next level freelancing courses ng VA Bootcamp. And pwede ka mag-create ng own package mo. So, pwede mo i-bundle 3 courses for $7,990. Halos makakatipid ka ng 1,000 pesos yata. And avail all of this in the complete course at 19,990. And meron exclusive call with Jason Dulay. Exclusive po yan sa VA Bootcamp students. And yan, ito may reminder lang. So, if you're looking forward na mabago yung 2021 natin, di ba? You know, yung safety mo dahil sa pandemic, mas safe na nasa bahay lang, and mas gusto mo makasama yung mga anak mo, malagaan sila, and makatulong sa finances by just working 3 to 4 hours a day, pwede naman. So, maganda talaga na mag-invest. So, parang malaki siya kung titingnan, pero kung i-compare mo siya dun sa college courses, 'di ba? Maliit na investment lang yung maliit na bagay lang siya, parang gano'n. So, kapag let's say after a month makakuha ka ng clients and mag-earn ka ng mga $300 a month. So, maliit pa 'yon maliit pa 'yun sa pwede mong kitain talaga. Ayun, so bawin agad yung investment mo, and monthly kikita ka na ng working na nasa bahay ka lang. So before tayo mag-splurge sa mga sales, like last time nag 11/11 sale. So meron pang 12/12 sale. So naka-add to cart 'yan. Ayun, isipin natin yung best investment na pwede nating magawa para sa magandang year next year. Okay, so yun lang. Stop sharing.
Wow. Galing talaga, di ba, Har? Mag-advertise na may kandong pa na bata. My goodness.
Okay lang. Ito naman ang role ko dito.
Super mommy talaga. Galing. Mar. Pasingit nga po ako, may nasabi si Mahar when it comes to, just enrolling and investing in yourself. Hindi lang yon. If you have the heart and if you have the means to invest for somebody else as well, please do so. Pag meron kayong if you have like perhaps maybe 500 or 1,000 pesos to spare for somebody else, ibigay nyo na sa sa pang-enroll nila dito, because at least you know that it will lead to something, right? So if you can adopt somebody, if you can adopt a newbie yourself, gawin nyo na, and let us know, and let us try to help you, collaborate with you on that. Dahil ditong Christmas nga na ito, at least meron kayong maibibigay na gift sa kanila na something that will change themselves for their own lifetime. Pareho na rin, let me reach out to each and every one of you who are willing to help many of the victims of these typhoons that has come and gone. Kung marami po sa kanila itong na unemployed na rin. And this is something that could help them if you are willing. Only if you have the means, and only if you have the heart. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? Hindi po namin pinipilit ito. Now, let's go back to our panel. Okay, red flags and what to do with them. Let's start starting with Miss Glenda here. Miss Glenda.
Ayun po. Sa akin siguro po kapag sa ngayon po kasi wala pa ako talagang na-experience na super toxic na client. Yun lang itong existing client ko, pero hindi naman po siya super toxic. So bali ang ginawa ko po kasi sa kanya nung nag-try siyang mag-extend. Sabi ko sa kanya, instead of working every day, mag-work na lang ako ng once a week or once every weekend. So, pumayag naman po siya doon. So, at least, kahit paano, hindi nagkaroon ako ng onting, parang pumayag naman siya na dun sa schedule. Kahit na nag-extend siya, at least, hindi ako masyadong mag-rush na gawin yung mga task. Hindi na rin siya masyadong parang nagmamadali. Hindi katulad dati. So, kapag after nitong extension, tas nag-extend na naman siya, sasabihin ko ulit sa kanya na that's the last extension. Nag-extend na ako ng once, after nun okay na. Kasi kapag pumayag na naman ako, meaning sasabihin niya sa akin, onting pinipili lang pala sa BA na to, onting paawa effect lang pala sa kanya, papayag na siya ulit. Kasi, ganun, parang nung una po kasi parang medyo strict. Sobrang strict niya sa schedule. Nung nahirapan siya maghanap ng BA, tapos hindi niya nagtuhan yung new BA, medyo bumait po siya. So parang nilalaro niya yung emotions ko din po siguro. So kung wala din po ako isang salita na last extension, gagawin niya ulit yun. So para sa akin po, parang kung ano yung word na binitawan mo, parang panindigan mo. So, para hindi ka na ito-tolerate na, sige, extend lang ulit, papayag naman yan, onting kiliti lang. Yun lang po yung sa akin. Yun lang po kasi yung na-experience ko ngayon na medyo toxic na client.
I like that though. I like that because you are still compassionate and you are trying not to burn bridges. So that is a very, very good example. Thank you very much, Miss Glenda. What about you, Miss Mai? Red flags and how to deal with them.
Yes. A red flag po talaga is if the work being asked of me, yung talagang outside of job description, yun nga, to borrow Miss Jing's word, as stipulated in the contract. Katulad ngayon, I was asked to render overtime. Pero sabi ko talaga sa kanya, I was really stepping my foot down na Lucia, kasi she's a real estate agent. Sabi ko, Lucia, yes, I will be finishing this up, but because I know na importante yung client today and you will be signing some paperwork. So, hopefully, once everything is done, hindi na to maulit. Kasi this is really not part of, syempre, it's a rest day. You are supposed to recharge. Kailangan ng mga VAs yun. Kasi you are at home, mas doble yung stress. Iba yung personal attack, emotional attack, if you're working sa bahay. Iba yung work mode from home. Iba yun kaysa sa corporate job na alam mong yung utak mo, it's set sa corporate mode. Iba, walang ibang distraction. Pero pag ano po, tapos maliban po doon is another red flag for me would be, ayun, kasi I work in a team right now, kapag yung sa group chat, pag if you are being coached, hindi word, yung kayong dalawa lang, pero yung mga sinasabi niya parang nafa-flash parang nafa-flash sa buong team yung mga correction dapat sa'yo. Hindi na siya constructive. Hindi na chosen yung word, hindi constructive yung words na ginagamit, and yet it's being shared sa group chat. That's a red flag for me. And definitely, kakausapin talaga kita dyan. Pangatlo po, or another red flag for me is, siguro yun nga, yung verbal, yung personal attacks or for a personal abusive language po. If it's about the job or about how poorly I've done my job, siguro. Pero kapag if it's you, iba na pong usapan yun. Yun po.
I love that. Those are red flags. Especially yung the second one, when your client puts out something out there that doesn't have any relativity to anything at all, but just to make you feel bad, then you have to point that out. Sabi nung, pag ako siguro ang nasa lugar ninyo, sasabihin kong how does that help? I'm going to point that out. How does that help? I would say something heavier, pero para sa inyo, kung natatakot kayo, sasabihin nyo lang na, how does that help? Mas at least it softens the blow. But yes, be careful with those. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if you see those red flags, dapat umatak kayo agad. Kasi nga, hindi nyo pwedeng i-allow sila na pagbigyan sila, katulad nga ng sabi ni Miss Glenda, na tinetesting ka. If you are going to allow that to happen to you, then they are going to try many more. Hindi lang yung exact thing, pero parang since nasubukan nila na pwede palang insultuhin ka, pwede pala nilang gawin kang shock absorber ng konti, susubukan nila ikaw. So do not allow that, because that is unprofessional. Iba kapag magkaibigan kayo, sige lang, pwede pag tapos na ang work siguro and you want to build a relationship with your client, sige, okay lang siguro. But when you are in a team, for example, yun nga yung example ni Miss Mai, you are in a team, tapos may comment sila na a little too personal, kailangang i-address mo yun agad-agad, so that they will know that you are working there as a professional. So very good thing. Excellent points, Miss Mai. What about you, Miss Jing?
Red flag. When pagkakamali ko, yung una pa lang na kumbaga nasabi na sa akin, people, remember this client is already rejected by other VAs for being too difficult. Are you ready to take on the challenge? Okay, fine, go. How much? $25 per hour. Fine, let's see where we can get here. And then after a month, nothing changed. Like, I should have listened to the warning, but then again, there are some, kasi kumbaga para itang website nito, this was before I met VA bootcamp or WFHR din. Sinabi sa akin na okay, we have a client here. He fired his last VA, and ikaw yung nirecommend namin since tagal ka na nakapila dyan. Okay. So, I tried. And may ganun pa rin people, mahirap makatagpo ng client na mahirap pag nakatagpo ka ng client na mataas magbayad, and the main reason na mataas siya magbayad is gusto niya pati yung ugali niya sa kumarain mo. Like, yung it's either I quit or he fires me. So when he fires me, hindi ko na kinontest like, hindi ka bang papapigil? No. I'm out. No. You already fired me. That's me. That's it. You already proved yourself to other VAs, and you have to realize that we have our sense of pride too. We cannot always tolerate this kind of behavior just because you're paying us. That's not how it works. That's not how professionalism works. So, yeah, good riddance to you.
I like that. Yung pag mataas kasi ang bigay, parang nakakaano eh. Parang, sige nga, subukan ko. Baka sakaling kaya ko, kahit murahin
Mm-mm,
niya ako. Dahil syempre,
mm-mm,
we are desperate for money. We always want more money. Pag nandyan yung
yes.
bayad, pag sabihin, yun nga, example ni Miss Jing is $25 per hour. Wow! $25 per hour.
Mm-mm.
Ibibigay ko lahat, pati kaluluwa ko kung yun ang hihilingin niya. Sa sinasabi natin yan ngayon,
Sa ngayon,
dahil
oo.
parang ang tinitikman natin is how are we gonna spend that $25 per hour that we get.
Mm-mm.
Pero yung kapalit ng $25 per hour, yun naman ang parang pag minsan hindi kasi natin tinitignan eh. So it's good, Miss Ching, that you pointed this out na pag mataas ang bigay sa'yo initially, you gotta ask the question why. Na ano ba ang kapalit nito? Kaya ko ba ang kapalit nito? You have to realize that the higher the price, the more the more of a professional you should be. Okay. So how professional should you be? Does professionalism mean you have to tolerate their, attitude? Yun ba ang ibig sabihin ng professionalism? Definitely no, sana. But it's really up to you kasi magkakaiba naman tayo ng ugali kung kung nakita mo ang kapalit ng $25 per hour na yan at kaya mo, wag ka munang pumayag ng permanent na permanent na position. Try mo muna ng
Try,
1
try
month.
nyo muna. Oo.
Yeah. Try mo
Hindi
muna,
pa
wag
naman
ka munang
ironclad yung contract.
Yeah, don't agree with a contract that seals your fate for 1 whole year of
Mm.
ikaw na mabait, ikaw pa itong mapapamura. dahil sa client mo na yan. So try not to. And I love the combination of these three. Yung advice nila is to emphasize to your client that they are not the only client available for you. Kailangang iparamdam nyo yan. That is what professionalism is. Professionalism means if it is your time with the client, then you are going to spend that time with your client. Otherwise, wala na silang pakialam kung anong gagawin mo sa ibang oras mo. Whether you are with another client or whether you are resting at home. Basta kung yung nakalaan na oras na yun, kung anong nakalagay doon sa contract, yun ang susundin nyo. That is what you call professionalism. It's not about being nice. It's not about being kind. It's not about, let me use Miss Mai's term here, being a doormat. Hindi yun ang ibig sabihin ng professionalism. Thank you very much, Miss Jing, for that. And lastly, Miss Honey, what about you?
Marami eh. This FCC wouldn't be enough of all of the red flags that I point out, honestly speaking. And a lot of people na mine-mentor ko have learned the art of not getting toxic clients. So one of them would be when clients go back on their word. May sinabi sila, let's say last week or last month, whatever. And then pagbalik naman ngayon, they say something else. And then they contradict what they previously said. I'm sorry. Am I clear ba? Kasi I'm getting feedback. Okay, all right.
Okay pa.
Okay. And then, so pag ganyan, they go back on their word, and then eventually what will happen is a series of unfortunate events na, na mangyayari ay ikaw yung sisihin. So, another toxic client with somebody who blames shifts. Okay?
Mm.
Very big no-no. Isa pa, scapegoat. Kapag ikaw yung ginawang scapegoat. So let's say it's a project that you handled. Tapos, binalikan ni client yung sinabi niya that, oh, I said this? No, let's do this instead. And then, kapag pumalpak, ikaw yung sinisi. So, naging scapegoat ka. And to put it in a idiomatic expression that they like to use, they threw you under the bus. So, ikaw yung ginawang sacrificial lamb, unfortunately dito. When you find clients like that who cannot stand up for you, no. Big talk, no. Another thing is when they devalue you. Hindi mo ito mamamalayan eh. It's very subtle. A lot of
Subtle.
clients, yes, a lot of clients will be very subtle when they devalue you. Ito yung sinasabi ko that they may not hindi hindi nila ikaw mumurahin. Like words, using words, but they will devalue you in some way. Another term, and I want you to research this, is called gaslighting. Kapag
Mhm.
when they use they make you feel like it's ikaw yung baliw dito eh, not them. Sila yung matino. So they're gaslighting you. Kumbaga they have this smoke screen effect sa'yo na ako yung client, ako yung tama. Okay, I'm the right person here. You're not. You're just working for me. It's working for my
Oh,
no.
yeah.
So no. There is a lot talaga, but just be very careful with clients that are like that. Those are one of the bigger things that you have to be careful of when you're encountering toxic clients. Another thing, meron kasi akong friend that I helped her break up with her client, with her toxic client. To the point na ako na yung nagsasabi, akin na yung Skype, ako na magme-message sa client mo, magpapanggap na ako na So, kasi itong client ko to was questioning her work hours and her work output. To the
Oh,
point
okay.
na sinabihan siya na i-delete mo yung hours na yan because it's not, it's not valid. So, ayan. Another, yes, it's sad, no? Diba? They tell you to do that. You worked for it. You were working for it properly. You were doing your job talaga. And then when it's, ang hirap. Madami talaga. But that's all I will say for now. So just be mindful of these things when they question your integrity, your work hours, and everything like that. So, ayan.
Yeah, tama naman si Miss Honey. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, this particular subject, itong effective strategies when dealing with difficult clients. Oh, mahaba. It takes experience para yung makidil ka. And sabi nga ni Miss Glenda, so far with her experiences, medyo okay pa. That's why ang input niya is more tolerant. Sige lang, pagbigyan natin ng konti, but set a limit. Eto mga kasama nating tatlo, si Honey, si Miss Jing, si Miss Mai, parang ang dami nang
Oh my
dumaan.
gosh! Felix, let me just add this.
Yes,
Yung
sir.
katulad ng sinabi mo lang, I just remembered one more important thing that yung sinasabi natin na Filipinos are very tolerant.
Mhm.
It's also a toxic trigger, toxic red flag, which is cognitive dissonance. Wherein kapag si client naging masungit one time and then nagagalit ka na. But then the following day, ang bait niya sa'yo.
Mhm.
So parang naano ka ulit, okay, mabait naman pala si client. And then uulitin niya na naman, maging aamin ka na naman. That's what we call cognitive dissonance. Yung nagiging inconsistent ka sa thoughts mo because the client, binabawi niya. It's like kind of like breadcrumbs binibigay niya sa'yo, yung appreciating you. But then going back to you and i-down ka na naman, i-devalue ka na naman. So be very careful din sa mga ganyan. Please. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ang scenario na ginagamit ko diyan is yung uh, ninanak mo yung ano sa Tagalog yung ninanak sa ulo yung bata, yung ninanak sa ulo, kitusan
Bata?
sa
Putukan,
binabatukan
putukan.
sa ulo. Batukan mo sa ulo yung bata tapos pag umiyak bigyan mo ng candy.
Yes.
Para yeah, that is what's happening to you kung ikaw yung ganon. Kung ikaw yung ganon, yun ang nangyayari sa'yo. And that is a sense of power to them na feeling nila kaya ka nila dahil kaya ka nilang bayaran. Yeah, yun ang that is really something that is quite toxic if you come to think of it, ladies and gentlemen. Pag minsan sasabihin na natin na, di ba, binabayaran naman ako, okay lang. Kaya kong ipikit ang mata ko diyan, kaya kong takpan ang tainga ko diyan. Yes, you can do that. Pero hanggang kailan?
Oh my God.
Hanggang kailan? Dahil you will definitely mapupuno pa rin ang salot mo kahit na anong gawin mo pa. There will come a time that you will explode. Ang mahirap na doon is if you wait until you will explode, you are just going to ruin yourself as a freelancer, your career as a freelancer. Because what you do, you are going to make stupid decisions when you are angry, and that is
Yes.
going to reflect on you. So, kaya ngayon yung sinasabi namin, we are emphasizing that you have to check those red flags, ladies and gentlemen, at aksyonan nyo na agad habang kalmado pa kayo. Dahil kapag yung galit na kayo at saka na lang kayo gagalaw, stupid decision after stupid decision ang mangyayari dyan. So be very, very careful of those. That's why we are telling you to be very mindful. Wow, thank you very much, panel. Bitin talaga tayo dito. bitin tayo dito. But time is up. And let me ask, is any of you for panels, meron ba kayong i-advertise? Ano? Anyone? Miss Honey?
No?
Jing?
Ano
Mai?
lang, just subscribe to my channel lang.
Oh, there you go. Go to, check her channel dahil na-interview din ako doon. So,
Yes,
check her channel.
yun, talagang pinost ko yata dati sa group para mapanood ng lahat. Na-interview ko si
Nice, Miss Jing.
Yeah, thank you po.
It's a great production, ladies and gentlemen. It's entertaining and quite educational as well. Nandun din si Mami Liberty. Nauna si Mami Liberty dito sa akin. So yeah, go ahead and check her YouTube channel. Si Miss Honey rin, marami rin masasabi. She has plenty of things to say to almost every aspect of freelancing. With her experience alone, marami po siyang maibibigay sa inyo. So merong nagtanong dito, pwede po bang magpa-mentor? Pag-usapan niyo po yan. Go ahead and approach them. Si Miss Mai, marami rin siyang strategies when it comes to freelancing. So go ahead and contact them. Si Miss Glenda, if you want to share her experiences as well, magkakaiba pa ang ugali namin dito. Kita nyo naman, magkakaiba ang style namin, and the way we talk to our clients is also different. So if you happen to resonate with one of them, go ahead and talk to them and let them and try to absorb what they can give you. If you want to say thanks to them, feel free to do so as well. Meron ba kayong pa-shoutout panel? Glenda, meron ka pa-shoutout?
Wala lang po. Na-miss ko lang pong mag-join ulit sa Flip. Medyo busy po kasi sa client. Kasi number 1 ko po talaga yung BA Bootcamp sa puso. Kasi doon po talaga ako nag-start.
Yay!
So hindi po ako magkakaroon ng idea sa freelancing kung hindi po ako nag-join dito sa BA Bootcamp. So parang kung ano man yung mararating ko in future, hindi ko po sila makakalimutan. So balik-balikan lang po yung nag-friends ko dati.
Very nice.
Wow, yes. That's a very nice sentiment. Thank you very much, Miss Glenda. Na tumibok ang puso ko ng konti diyan. Hindi ko alam may puso pala ako. I love that.
Lagi ko na lang napapaano yung damdamin nyo. Dati rin Sir Phoenix sa interview.
Oo nga.
Wow, that's so
Natapatch
nice.
lagi.
Oo nga. Thank you very much, Miss Glenda. What about you, Miss Mai? Meron kang ano? Meron kang pa-shout out?
Opo, si Rhea po nagpapa-shoutout po. Hi Rhea,
Mm.
pero kidding aside, ano po, isa yung client ko po is real estate VA. Yes, wala siya sa linya ko pero talagang nag-challenge sa akin na to take up real estate. Actually, dito siya. So ayun,
Mhm.
talagang I'm getting as much skills as I can. Nag-hire po sila ng ISAs and real estate VAs. Ako being trained na for client care. So, wala akong choice. Parang wala akong choice doon. Pero dahan-dahan tinitrain. So, ayun po. Baka po may gustong maging real estate VA or ISA po. You can send to me your resumes. I'll endorse you to them. Tapos you'll go the hiring process. Tsaka din po, sa group chat namin, yung June Hustlers, dun po minsan, if we're together, meron po kaming skill share. O, di ba, yung group chat namin sa VA Bootcamp, mga guided hustle challenge, we do skill share there. Nakapag-skill share na po ako ng customer service, how to answer, yung how to prepare yourself in an interview. Tapos po, may mga susunod pa yan, ganun. Ganun sa group chat namin. So, I encourage everyone to visit once in a while if you can. Yun lang po.
Wow. Thank you very much for that. Oh, ayan na, ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen, do not be afraid dahil resume pa lang ang hinihingi po ni Miss Mai. Do not be afraid and go ahead and send her your resume. And hindi natin alam. I mean, it is an experience, you know? Kaya sige lang, if she is going to reject you, do not just accept it. Do not be afraid of it because
Ako po, hindi po
such
ako real estate talaga. Ano po ako, customer service, e-commerce. Wala akong alam sa real estate. May nag-offer sa akin dati talaga, hindi ko alam nung gagawin ko. Pero tinake ko yung chance na to, nilakasan ko lang loob ko. Walang mawawala. Walang mawawala
exactly.
sa'yo. So, if you're still looking for another client, try us.
Nice. You see that? Yan, ladies and gentlemen, coming from Miss Mai herself. Thank you very much for that, Miss Mai. Jing, ikaw, may pa-shoutout ka?
May yan nahawa na ako dun sa ibang mga terms na mga collaborators ko sana sa YouTube. Okay, yung dun sa group chat namin, kahit paano may lumitaw na isa kasi kasabay ko yung kasabay nitong live stream yung isang collaborator ko, baka replay na yung mapanood ng iba. Mega shoutout to Stoneheart 143. Maraming salamat. Watching from Quezon City, pumunta siya dito. And yung iba malamang replay na yung mapapanood nila. And then magugulat sila. Itong racket mo, di ba may day job kayo mga ganun? Ano mo naman, racket is life, di ba?
Oh, yes. Shout out to all of you and to the technical support for Miss Jing din. Naiingit ako nandyan kayo eh. So, shout out din.
Mega shoutout, Wakalas Productions represent.
There you go.
Yes.
Ayan.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Jing, for being with us again. And lastly, Miss Honey.
Wala naman akong ipopromote. Just saying hello to everybody watching still. Thank you very much for making it this far.
Oo nga eh. Ang haba talaga, napahaba ang FCC natin eh. Thank you very much, Miss Honey, for being with us. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Honey, marami talaga yung masasabi. Kaya if I were you, go ahead and approach her. Sabi, ituloy niyo po sa akin kung anong gusto niyong sabihin sa FCC. Ituloy niyo po sa akin, sabihin yung ganun sa kanya. And surely, meron at meron yan. Mahar, is there anything you want to add before we close?
Ay, wala.
Nakamute ka.
Nakamute ka.
Yung mga hindi pa members ng Flip Group, join po kayo sa flip.com/ph nata. Check nyo lang sa Facebook. Freelancers in the Philippines by Jason Dulay. Yun. Tapos shout out kay Baby Hana ni Miss Ana na nanonood ng startup.
Yay!
Yun. Shout out sa kanya, baby. 1 month ka na.
Oo nga eh. Wow. There you go. Kita niyo si Baro talaga. Bit-bit pa rin kahit umiiyak yung bata. Sige lang. That is what freelancing is, ladies and gentlemen. And marami po sa atin itong mga nag-struggle pa lang in our freelancing career. I hope that we are able to help you today. And you know what? Before we close this, ladies and gentlemen, I ask of you, one of the best solutions that you can do to save yourself, to save your sanity, and to save your career as a freelancer is to document. Document your steps. Kahit yung dito nga to avoid the toxic client. Document it. Pag sinabing I want you to change our direction and you should do this, you should document that. Sabihin mo lang, ilagay mo sa diary mo na ay nag-change direction si client imbes na ganito na ang ginawa. You don't have to put so many long words. Just meron kang at least reminder so that if in case na sasabihin ng client na kasi nagpalit tayo ng yan kasi ang ginawa mo eh. Pag sinabi niyang ganon, then at least you can easily say, well, back in June 22 at 3 o'clock p.m., you said na palitan natin ang direction natin. You can easily say that. So see, there's a lot of advantage in documenting your journey as a freelancer, and I encourage you to do that. It helps you a lot, and it also develops your skills. So go ahead and write, document, mag-voice record kayo, mag-video record kayo kung gusto ninyo. It's what matters is you get to put your journey on something that will remind you in the future of where you are right now. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, mga panel po dito. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.